The new 2025 KTM 200 Duke has arrived, and it's ready to take the streets by storm. This machine is not just another upgrade, it's a bike that defines aggression, performance, and style in a package that young riders and enthusiasts have always craved. Welcome back to Autodrive, where today we dive deep into the all-new 2025 KTM 200 Duke, a motorcycle that's built for thrill seekers who want sharp looks, powerful performance, and advanced features without breaking the bank. The KTM 200 Duke has always been considered the entry point into the naked sports segment from KTM, but for 2025, it feels more like a complete Streetfighter that's designed to stand out. The first thing that grabs attention is its updated design. KTM has given this bike a bolder and sharper stance, inspired heavily by its bigger siblings like the 390 Duke and the Super Duke. The new split LED headlamp setup with aggressive DRLs, sharp tank extensions, and a muscular body design instantly make it look premium and aggressive. The paint schemes are fresh and more striking this year, with a mix of bold orange, stealthy black, and a new metallic gray option that gives riders more individuality on the road. Moving on to performance, the 2025 KTM 200 Duke carries its same 199.5 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled, single-cylinder engine, but KTM has fine-tuned it for better refinement, fuel efficiency, and emissions compliance under the latest Euro 6 and BS 6.2 norms. The power figures remain impressive, delivering around 25 horsepower and 19.5 Nm of torque, which might not sound like much on paper, but when paired with the lightweight chassis and sharp throttle response, this bike feels alive. The 6-speed gearbox is smooth, precise, and comes with KTM's slipper clutch that makes aggressive downshifts easy, especially for city riding and quick corner exits. The bike's riding dynamics are where KTM shines the most. The lightweight trellis frame, along with the premium WP upside-down front forks and WP monoshock at the rear, ensure that the Duke handles like a razor-sharp weapon. Whether you're cutting through traffic, leaning into tight corners, or just cruising, the 200 Duke offers stability and agility that no competitor in its class can match. The seat height has been slightly revised to make it more comfortable for a wider range of riders, while the ergonomics still retain that aggressive Streetfighter stance. Braking is equally confidence-inspiring with a large 300mm front disc and a 230mm rear disc paired with dual-channel ABS from Bosch. For 2025, KTM has introduced a Supermoto ABS mode on the 200 Duke as well, which allows riders to disengage rear-wheel ABS for more sliding fun and control in aggressive riding situations. This feature was earlier reserved for higher models, and having it in the 200 Duke adds immense value to entry-level enthusiasts. Technology on the 2025 KTM 200 Duke has been taken a notch higher. The instrument cluster is now a fully digital TFT display, inspired by the 390 Duke, and it comes with smartphone connectivity through KTM's My Ride app. Riders can now manage navigation, calls, and music directly from the console. This was a much-needed upgrade because previous models only had a simple LCD, and with this update, the bike feels more modern and competitive. The lighting setup is now fully LED all around, not just the headlamp but also indicators and tail lamp, giving it a premium touch. One of the major improvements for 2025 is comfort and practicality. KTM has slightly reworked the seat cushioning to make long rides more bearable. The fuel tank capacity remains at 13.5 liters, which is good for city rides and occasional highway trips, especially with the refined fuel efficiency that's improved slightly this year, giving riders around 35 to 38 kilometers per liter depending on riding style. KTM has also improved the cooling system, which was a concern in earlier models for riders in hot climates. The new radiator setup and improved airflow management ensure the bike runs cooler even during long traffic commutes. This makes it not just a thrilling machine but also a more practical choice for daily riders. For young enthusiasts or riders upgrading from smaller bikes, the KTM 200 Duke remains one of the most accessible yet exciting options in the Streetfighter category. It's lightweight, aggressive, easy to maneuver, and still powerful enough to keep the adrenaline flowing. The fact that KTM is offering features like Supermoto ABS, a TFT display, and improved ergonomics shows their commitment to giving entry-level riders a premium experience. When we compare it to rivals in the 200 cubic centimeters segment like the TVS Apache RTR 204V, Bajaj Pulsar NS200, and Honda Hornet 2.0, the KTM 200 Duke still stands apart as the sportiest, most performance-oriented choice. The Apache might bring great value, and the NS200 might bring raw power, but none of them match the Duke's handling finesse, KTM racing DNA, and overall Streetfighter personality. The pricing for the 2025 KTM 200 Duke is expected to be slightly higher than the outgoing version, but considering the upgrades in technology, design, and riding features, it feels justified. For a rider who wants to step into the KTM family without going all the way up to the 390 Duke, this is the perfect motorcycle. In short, the 2025 KTM 200 Duke is not just an update, it's a refinement of everything that made this bike iconic in the first place. Aggressive looks, sharp performance, premium technology, and KTM's signature street presence make it one of the most desirable entry-level street fighters in 2025. If you are someone who wants a motorcycle that turns heads, delivers thrilling performance, and still manages to be practical for daily rides, the KTM 200 Duke deserves your attention. So, that wraps up our detailed look at the 2025 KTM 200 Duke, a machine that proves that entry-level doesn't have to mean compromise. What are your thoughts on this new Duke? Do you think it's still the king of the 200 cubic centimeters Street Fighter segment? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to AutoDrive for more updates, reviews, and deep dives into the world of motorcycles.